What are we then?
Consumers.
Right. We are consumers. We are byproducts of a lifestyle obsession. Murder, crime, poverty, these things don't concern me. What concerns me are celebrity magazines, television with 500 channels, some guy's name on my underwear.
Do you know what consumerism means? And is being a consumer a good thing or a bad thing? Join us on our latest Cinephile episode where we discover the extremes of both ends and the effects that come with it. Be sure to visit our Fun Day website for more. Hello everyone, I'm Wade, your Cinephile host. Fight Club is a 1999 American film starring Brad Pitt, Edward Norton, Helena Bonham Carter, based on the 1996 novel of the same name by Chuck Palahniuk. Norton plays the unnamed narrator who is discontent with his white-collar job. He forms a fight club with soap salesman Tyler Durden and becomes embroiled in a relationship with a destitute woman, Marla Singer. The narrator, an automobile recall specialist, is unfulfilled by his job and possessions and suffers from chronic insomnia. To cure this, he attends support groups, posing as a sufferer of diseases, which helps him sleep better. So he began attending all sorts of support groups. After a while, his bliss is disturbed when another imposter, Marla Singer, begins attending the same groups. So he confronts her.
This is important, okay? These are my groups. I've been coming here for over a year.
Why do you do it?
I don't know. When people think you're dying, man, they really, really listen to you instead of just
waiting for their turn to speak.
Yeah.
The two negotiate and ultimately agree to split the group they attend. On a flight home from a business trip, the narrator meets soap salesman Tyler Durden. The narrator returns home to find his apartment and all his belongings having been destroyed by an explosion. Disheartened by his material loss, he calls Tyler and they meet at a bar. Tyler tells him he is trapped by consumerism. Later in the parking lot, he asks the narrator to hit him as hard as he can.
What do you want me to do? You just want me to hit you?
Come on, do me this one favor.
Why?
Why? I don't know why. I don't know. Never been in a fight. You?
No, but that's a good thing.
No, it is not. How much can you know about yourself? You've never been in a fight. I don't want to die without any scars. So come on, hit me before I lose my nerve.
Oh, God, this is crazy.
So go crazy. Let her rip.
So the narrator punches him. Then Tyler takes a shot back at him. Feeling the adrenaline rush, they both excitedly engage in a fistfight. The narrator moves into Tyler's house, a large, dilapidated house in an industrial area. They have further fights outside the bar, which attracts growing crowds of men. The fight moves to the bar's basement, where the men form Fight Club, which routinely meets. Marla overdoses on pills and phones the narrator for help. He ignores her, but Tyler ends up on the phone with her and goes to her apartment to save her, eventually leading to a very physical relationship between the two, much to the narrator's irritation. Tyler warns the narrator to never talk to Marla about him. The narrator blackmails his boss for the company's assets to support Fight Club and quits his job. New members join Fight Club, including Bob, a man with testicular cancer whom the narrator had met in a support group previously. Eventually, Tyler starts giving out assignments to the members of Fight Club. Assignments such as picking a fight with a stranger, vandalize the streets and stores, while Tyler and the narrator do some of their own damage.
You are not your job. You're not how much money you have in the bank. You're not the car you drive. You're not the contents of your wallet. You're not your fucking khakis. You are the all-singing, all-dancing crap of the world.
Soon they recruit members to a new anti-materialistic, an anti-corporate organization called Project Mayhem. The group engaged in subversive acts of vandalism without the narrator's involvement, which increasingly troubles him. After another one of their criminal acts, the narrator began to complain that Tyler has continuously excluded him from these plots. It's then Tyler reveals that he was the one who caused the explosion at the narrator's condo.
Why? Why? What are you talking about?
Why do you think I blew up your condo?
What?
Hitting bottom isn't a weekend retreat. It's not a goddamn seminar. Stop trying to control everything and just let go. Let go!
All right, fine.
Fine.
Tyler lets go of the wheel and steps on the pedal to accelerate. They fasten their seatbelts and completely let go. The car crashes into another and flips over a couple times before coming to a stop. They step out of the vehicle unharmed and enlightened. The next day, Tyler disappears, and that night, Bob is killed by the police during a botched sabotage operation. The narrator tries to halt the project. He follows a paper trail to cities Tyler had visited, discovering Project Mayhem had spread throughout the country. In one city, a project member addressed the narrator as Mr. Durden. Confused, the narrator calls Mahler and discovers that she also believes he's Tyler. Tyler appears in the hotel room and reveals that they are dissociated personalities. The narrator and Tyler are actually one of the same person. Tyler's personality is assumed when the narrator is asleep. The narrator blacks out. When he returns to the house, he uncovers Tyler's plan to erase debts by destroying buildings that contain credit card records. He apologizes to Marla and warns her that she's in danger, but she's tired of his contradictory behavior and refuses to listen.
You're intolerable. You have very serious emotional problems. Deep-seated problems for which you should seek professional help.
I know, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're sorry, I'm sorry, everyone's sorry, but I can't do this anymore. I can't. I won't. I'm gone.
He convinces her to get on a bus and stay away from major cities. He then tries to warn the police, but the police officers are members of the project, so he attempts to disarm the explosive himself in one of the buildings, but Tyler subdues him. With Tyler holding him at gunpoint on the top floor, the narrator realizes that as he and Tyler are the same person, the narrator is holding the gun. So he does the unthinkable. He fires a shot into his own mouth, shooting through his cheek. Tyler dies, while the narrator survives and sees the mental projection of him, during which Project Mayhem members bring a kidnapped Marla to the building. The narrator at last found his peace. I believe that the same truth can help us as well, and that is, the power to change our life, our circumstances are in our own hands. We tend to blame other things for the way we are, but when we realize we hold the power to change, that's when we can be set free, as the narrator discovered. You're here. Okay. 接下来Ruby 要揭晓今天电影迷斗阵俱乐部 Fight Club 要教我们些什么。So hey Ruby, in this movie we see that there are two characters with two extreme ends of consumerism.
Yes, one character was all about living for material needs, and the other was completely anti-materialistic.
Right. So what do you think about consumerism? Do you think that it's a good thing or a bad thing?
That's actually a really good question. But before we get into that, let's take a look at this word. Consumer 应该不是一个太陌生的词。
Yeah, 就是消费者嘛。
Yes, 在字尾加上 ism 表示主义。
那 consumerism 就变成消费主义。
Exactly. Other examples include capitalism 资本主义 liberalism 自由主义
and optimism 乐观主义 modernism 现代主义。
Yes. Okay, back to your question. In my point of view, everything has two sides. So I can't really say if consumerism is good or bad.
True, 有点坏的也有好的方面。
Yes. I like to think there's a line. 如果超过这条线表示程度太过，那就是变成不好的了。
The good in consumerism is pretty obvious though. 经济成长，还有新的产品等等的。
Yeah, and the bad is also hard to ignore, like the harm it's doing to the environment.
Very sad to see.
I guess the moral of the story here is 恰到好处就是最好， pushing anything too far risks negative results.
Exactly. Finding balance is the key. Well, I'm Wade.
I'm Ruby.
I hope you've learned something useful in this episode of Cinephile as I did. You can find more on the Fun Day website. Let's make every day a fun day.
Because we're the same person.
That's right.
We are the all singing, all dancing crap. I don't understand this.
You were looking for a way to change your life. You could not do this on your own. All the ways you wish you could be, that's me. I look like you want to look, I fuck like you want to fuck, I am smart, capable, and most importantly, I'm free in all the ways that you are not.
Tyler's not here. Tyler went away. Tyler's gone.
What?